Hi, I am your instructor, Dr. Scheiding for Econ 120, and I wanted to basically just make a video to talk about the syllabus, and you get to see the person who's actually delivering the lecture, because most of the time for the lectures I deliver, I made the videos, but you will not be seeing me. The idea was, I'm not really sure what. If you really need to see me to understand the lectures, really you're just looking at me explain the material. Okay, so let's talk about the syllabus. Okay, and then let me do this so that you can see this more clearly. Okay. Again, you have this document. You should have this document available to you as a PDF. I'm just going to fix this right here so that you can see this a little bit better. Like that. Okay. So what you see basically, I start off with just giving you my contact information. Nothing more fantastic than that, really. And what I try to do, I'm just trying to see how I can get this a little bit clearer. You can always use my email address, which isn't as clear here, but if you're reading the file, it'll be much clearer. Or you can contact me using my Google phone number. That way you could reach me at any point, or you can reach me in my office as well. Now I'm primarily at the West Oahu campus, which is just a few miles down the road from Leeward, but that would be my office phone number here at West Oahu, 808-689-2493. You could also call me then at any point as well. So you can call, send an email, anything you really want to in terms of that. And then I describe that here in terms of how you can contact me. You being able to contact me should be rather easy. I really strive to not be that kind of professor that ignores emails or that you never hear from. If you send me an email, I should be replying back pretty quickly. Sometimes I'm not as good on the weekends, but during the week, certainly you should be hearing from me right away. And if you don't, you should be sending it again, and I will make sure that I get back to you. Okay. And then here we have the description of the course itself. And in the description of the course itself, there we go. Maybe a little bit clearer there. In the description of the course itself, we just have that this is your one semester everything in economics course, both macroeconomics and microeconomics. And then I have, from the course catalog, we have this, but then I just provide my own description as well. This is obviously unofficial, but it's how I see the course, so it might be useful for understanding. And then I have the student learning outcomes as well. These are the official student learning outcomes. Now let's talk about the things that are obviously quite important, which would be how am I determining your grade? Well, what I did was that I tried to set it up so that you had discussion postings for most of the chapters. And in a discussion posting here, I'm talking about one page. Typing up basically one page. How much would one page be? Approximately 300 words. Especially when you write your first discussion posting, if you're not doing something right, I'll be telling you, and I won't be taking off points. And the idea is that as you write further discussion postings, if you are listening to the suggestions I'm giving you, then you should be fine. And then there are assignments. These are primarily multiple choice assignments, anywhere from 10 to 15 questions. And there'll be an assignment for almost all of the chapters. And then there will be 3 exams, one for each part of this course. So basically every 2 weeks of this course. Now, the readings for this course. This is the part where I'm just trying to see if I can make this all a little bit better. I don't think I can. That's no clear. Okay, well, never mind. Sorry for any technical problems here. But again, hopefully you're reading the file. I guess actually, why don't I do this? Actually, why don't I just actually call it the file? It makes it a little easier. And you are all being very patient for actually watching this video and waiting for the file to load. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So there was my discussion postings, the assignments, and the 3 exams. Okay. So what I'm doing that's a bit different this semester is that I'm working on making the course not cost you anything in terms of the materials. So there's actually a lot of good books out there that are free of charge. The reason why all of your professors don't do it is that it does require quite a bit of time to actually make use of it. The publishers where you have to pay for the books, they make the job of the professor very easy. They give them everything they need. Whereas for the free stuff, the professor has to do a lot of the extra work, and then it's free for you, but professors don't want to do it because it's a lot of work for them. But given how expensive books are becoming, I'm trying to make an effort to do that extra work with the hope that you will all have access to the materials. And so this is the book that I adopted. This is the website for the book. But basically what I did is I did the work. So you could go to this website here and you could actually download the entire book. But what I did is I went in and I took out each of the individual chapters. So if you go into La Lima, what you'll see is each of the chapters individually set apart. And I'll show you that in a short bit. Now, the book is digital. It's a PDF document that you can print as much as you want at home, or you could buy a physical copy of the book right here. For a softcover edition of the book, I think it's only $23, if I'm not mistaken. $38, sorry, for a hardcover edition of the book. And this would be more than you need, certainly much more than you need, would be $40. Because you could, if you really are interested in the book, you could also, you don't need all the chapters in this book, so you'd be buying more than you need. If you are really interested in having a print copy of the book, send me an email and I can also send the files to the copy center on campus and you can pick up a copy for them, I think for like 5 cents a page. And you wouldn't pay that much, essentially, in the end. Okay, let's go back to this. So I'm going to be using La Lima for all the textbook readings and the lectures. And then for the first time, so not only am I using this free textbook for the first time this summer, but I'm also using Google Classroom for the first time. So I want to talk a bit about, I'll show you what's on La Lima, and then I'm going to show you Google Classroom. The reason why I'm going to use Google Classroom is because I'm using a free textbook, then I can't use the things that are from the publisher. So let's just show you La Lima first, which hopefully all of you should be quite familiar with. Okay. So if we look here, we will see our course, Intro to Econ. That's us. And here you will find that I've posted the syllabus. Actually, I can make it look so that I can look at it like you. Here you will find the syllabus, which you can download, but I'll also be sending it to you. You will see announcements. I'll post announcements, reminders of deadlines that are coming up. And you will see here the chapters. This is going to be your most important tab in LaLima. And so let's look at a sample chapter here, chapter 3. Here's what you will find. You will find for each of the chapters that I'll post one PDF file which has textbook. So if I click on that, what you'll see is the exact chapter itself. So this one's 36 pages. This is a rather long chapter, an important chapter, but a rather long one. As you can see, this free textbook actually looks pretty legit. It actually looks like a regular textbook. A few less colors. You don't see any famous actors or anything giving an example, but it's going to do what you got to do. It does everything you need to do. This is a file that you could download. This is a file that you can print. You can do anything you want with it as just a general PDF file. Also, you will see here that I have slides that are available. So I have lecture slides here where I'm talking about, basically presenting a lecture to you. But these slides, what I do then is that I made a YouTube video. Now, you can do one of two things when you're watching this YouTube video. You could either just press play and it will play within LaLima. So in chapter 3, like that. Or what you could do is you could make it larger here. And so I think if you click on this, then it would just appear like this, and you could, make it appear on a full screen. And again, the way that I did that was I just went to the YouTube icon here, and it opened it up in a separate tab, and then I just went to full screen. This one's a really long one, an hour. Yeah, I know. It's everyone's got different opinions. I've heard that some people don't like rather long videos, that you want me to parse it out into 2 or 3 videos. I'm not really sure if it makes much of a difference if I break an hour video into 3 20-minute videos. It's not going to make it any faster. You don't have to watch. I mean, understanding the material will go a lot better for you if you do watch the videos. That will make things much better for you. But there's no requirement that you have to watch the videos. It'll make your life a lot easier. But you'll then see that for each and every chapter. Same thing. Textbook, the slides themselves, and then a video of me talking about those slides. So you'll see that for each of the chapters that we're covering. Okay, then let's talk about Google Classroom. So I just learned about this yesterday, the 18th of May. So I just learned about this yesterday. I am sure I am going to get things wrong, and I really am fine getting things wrong. It doesn't bother me. But here's what I'm doing here. I went to, I should have said that first, sorry. I just went to classroom.google.com, and it looks like this. Then go to sign in, right here. And then you have to type in your hawaii.edu email address. And it'll ask you to log in again. Now you're seeing this as I see it. When you see this for the first time, it's going to tell you that you don't have any classes and that you need to add one. What you'll need to do is to go to this little plus sign in the upper right hand corner, and you'll say join class, and you'll have to type in the class code. For us, for this class, if you look on page 3 on the syllabus, you'll see that it's JBWEVT, all lowercase. JBWEVT. and you would hit join. Now, it's not going to work for me because I made the class. It's my class. But each of you are going to need to sign up for this class. And this is what it will look like. Okay? And I will be sending you out invites as well. Okay. So, we've got the Lalima course where the materials are for the textbook, the videos, and the slides. Google Classroom, I'm going to use that for your reflection questions and your homework. And for your exams. So basically anything that I'm grading, I'm going to be doing in the Google Classroom. Okay? Now what's nice about it, from what I know so far, is that you do get to see little things here where you could see, what do I have that's coming due? What do I have to do that I haven't done yet? So it actually seems to organize things rather well. And it organizes it by when it's due. It looks like it's ordering it in reverse order. Maybe that doesn't do it for you, though. Maybe it does it in a slightly different way. Okay. And the very first thing you have that's due should be rather easy, which would be that you have an introduction to do. Under Topics, Introduction, and it appears right here. And you basically introduce yourself. Right? Nothing too interesting there. If you're having any technical problems trying to learn how to do this, just send me an email. I will happily troubleshoot for you how to use Google Classroom. I'm learning it as well. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be mean to anyone and grade people down just because you don't understand something about this. And I posted another copy of the syllabus here. But then you'll see that this course is divided into 3 parts. So let's go to section 1 here. And what you'll see here is that I have to make the homework assignments still for this class. But the one thing that you will see here is that you will see these reflection questions. So you'll look at it and you'll see that I give you some instructions. There is a due date. But you'll see some instructions, and then basically you go to this website, and I ask you a particular question about it. And you would type your answer here. And that's really all there is to it. You're just reflecting on the article and sharing your thoughts about it. Nothing more extensively needed than that. For the homeworks I still have to make, but again, there'll be about 10 to 15 questions. Now, these homeworks and reflection questions, yes, they take a lot of time, but together they represent the same weight as a single exam. So, do not fail to do these because it's the equivalent of getting a 0 on an exam, which is obviously not a good thing. Okay, let's go back to the syllabus. In terms of a classroom policy, as a classroom policy, I generally will not take things late just because I don't think it's fair. If you've got some extenuating circumstance that makes it so that you have to turn in something late, then we can deal with it. But I generally will not be taking things late, and there will be no individual extra credit. There will be class-wide extra credit, but there will be no individual extra credit. Academic integrity. Essentially, do not cheat. Please, please, please do not cheat. Now, for exams, they are essentially open book, open notes. And that's not considered cheating. What would be cheating? Cheating would be you get your really smart brother or sister who knows all about econ to take this class for you, right? I mean, if you have to really guess whether it's cheating or not, certainly you could always ask me, but it might not be cheating, right? Like if you said, oh, can I open my book? Can I use my book to do the exam? If you ask me that question, I'll tell you the truth that yes, you can use your book for that kind of sort of thing. If you have any disability and you need accommodation, please contact someone on campus. This would be the KI program, the KEY program, and they'll be able to give you those sorts of accommodations that you need. And if you need help in this course, there are tutors also, though you can use me as well. I will be on the island the entire time. I've got the dates that you need to know about for this class in terms of if you wanted to drop this class, when do you need to do things by to get a refund, etc. Days we don't have class, Statehood Day and Memorial Day on May 29th. And the grading scale, A, B, C, D, and F. And then we have the course itself. So in the first one, what I do is I give us 1 week, and in 1 week, we do 2 chapters, the first 2 chapters. The first chapter will be rather easy. The third chapter is the one that will be a little bit tougher. And then we'll have a homework assignment for each of these 2 chapters, a discussion posting for each of these 2 chapters, and an exam covering these 2 chapters. Now, you can work ahead as much as you want. You could work really, really hard the first week of class and just finish the whole course if you wanted to. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. But what I try to do here is I try to give you as much freedom so if you know you've got big things going on in June, you could work ahead to make your life in June a little bit easier. Because essentially this course does end rather quickly. This course is only 6 weeks long. So what you have here then are essentially 2 weeks to deal with the material for section 2 in this course, which is covering 5 chapters, and 2 weeks to cover a little over 2 weeks to cover the material in section 3 of this course, which is also covering 5 chapters. But essentially for each and every chapter that there's going to be a homework assignment, a discussion posting, and an exam for each of the 3 sections. But again, everything is going to be open book. Okay. That's the course, essentially. I hope that helps you understand the syllabus and how this course is going to proceed. But if you have questions or anything like that, just call me, email me. I'm sure that there'll be some technical problems from time to time, but just let me know, and I'm sure we'll figure it out.